Chosen one, stop whatever you are doing. If there are people around you, pause this. Find a quiet room. Shut the door. God said to watch this alone. You are not here by coincidence. A higher power has bypassed the chaos of your life to orchestrate this exact intersection. You have been drowning in a season of profound isolation. You have watched your circle shrink. You have felt the excruciating silence of prayers that seem to hit a ceiling. You have wondered, in the darkest hours of the night, if your solitude is a punishment for something you did wrong. It is not. Your isolation is not a prison. It is a perimeter. God required you to be alone right now because the truth about who you are cannot be delivered in a crowded room. You are being hidden to be healed, isolated to be insulated. What I am about to reveal will completely dismantle the false narrative of your loneliness and hand you the blueprint for your next season. Stay with me. Let your spirit settle. The explanation you have been begging for is finally here. I need you to stay with me until the very end of this message. Do not click away, because by the end of our time together, you will not just understand why you have been kept in the dark. I am going to give you the specific tool to recalibrate your mind and activate the hidden authority you were born with, and I will reveal a breakthrough that changes absolutely everything about how you see your future. But before I show you the blueprint, we have to look at the room you are currently sitting in. Imagine you are sitting alone at night. The glow of your phone illuminates your face, but there is no one to text. There is no one you can actually call who would understand the depth of what you are feeling. Notice how the silence in your room feels heavy. Notice how your mind races to find a mistake you made. Notice how your body braces for rejection, even when no one is there. You sit there staring at the screen, wondering if your calling was just a mistake, wondering if you imagined the whole thing. Listen to me very carefully. What felt like rejection was actually divine redirection. You are not alone because you are unworthy. You are alone because you are being insulated. The world carries a noise that interferes with the frequency you are being tuned to. If God had left you in the crowd, the voices around you would have drowned out the instruction meant for your next season. Look at Psalm 46 verse 10. It says, "Be still." Most people think being still means just being quiet, but in the original Hebrew, the word is rafa. Rafa does not just mean to be quiet. It means to let the arms drop. It means to surrender warfare. You have been fighting to be seen, fighting to be understood, fighting to hold on to relationships that were meant to expire. Your isolation is God forcing your arms down so He can fight for you. Because when God defends you, no one can argue. If you have felt the heavy silence I just described, type 777 to activate this frequency of surrender. I was reading a study from Princeton recently about a switch in the brain, a specific frequency that gets turned off by the noise of the modern world. I will explain that in a moment, because it explains so much about your current struggle. But this is only the beginning. The reason you specifically feel this isolation heavier than others has to do with something you were born with. But there is something deeper beneath the silence, something almost no one talks about. You were born with a different spiritual frequency. That is the truth about why you have always felt like a stranger in your own life. You are not broken. You are operating on a frequency the world does not broadcast on. When you walk into certain rooms, your spirit either expands or contracts because your soul is constantly reading the unseen environment. And I hear the spirit saying, "I did not build you to blend in. I built you to disrupt." To help you navigate this, I want to give you the blueprint I promised. I call it the resonance check framework. You do not need to move or go anywhere to do this. Right where you are, just focus inward for a second. In your mind, imagine a person or a situation that constantly drains you. Notice how your breathing immediately gets shallow. Notice the tension in your chest. Now release that image and imagine a space where you feel completely safe, completely seen by God. Notice how your lungs expand. Notice the peace settling in your shoulders. Your physical body already knows your spiritual frequency. The resonance check is simply making the daily decision to trust that internal expansion over external expectations. Before I show you what is next, gently press the like button so this reaches another chosen one who desperately needs it tonight. But there is a devastating reason why this frequency was suppressed when you were 7 years old. Let me show you exactly what the world stole from you. If you are watching this, you aren't ordinary. Your gamma frequency was higher as a child. You learned incredibly fast, you felt things deeply, and you possessed an intuition that the adults around you could not explain. But then, as you grew, the noise of the modern world, the rigid systems and the heavy expectations forced that frequency into dormancy. Scientists call this the decline effect, but it hit you much harder than anyone else because you had further to fall. This isn't just spiritual, it is neuroscience. Gamma is the God-given brainwave. It is the super brainwave responsible for high-level intuition, flow state, and deep spiritual connection. This is the truth about who you really are. You are the carrier of the God-given gamma frequency. You are the cycle breaker. Let me tell you about a 38-year-old woman who spent years trying yoga, spiritual retreats, and manifestation practices, but still felt entirely disconnected. She felt like she was doing everything right but getting nowhere. She decided to try a different approach, feeling like she had nothing left to lose. Within 2 weeks of reactivating her gamma frequency, she didn't describe her results with numbers or logic. She used one word: synchronicities. She said it was as if the universe began speaking to her in a language she finally understood. I know exactly what you are thinking right now. You are thinking, I have tried meditation, I have tried healing frequencies, and nothing changed for me. I understand your frustration. But meditation takes years, sometimes decades of rigid discipline to sink the brain into a constant gamma state. Brain entrainment does it directly in just 7 minutes. Normally, to access clinical brain entrainment, you would pay $300 for a single biofeedback session or up to $7,000 for home equipment. But Dr. Robert Lake, a brilliant neuroscientist with over 3 decades of experience, managed to compress this exact technology into a simple 7-minute audio track called the Genius Song. The standard price for this technology is $49, which is already less than a single therapy session. But Dr. Lake wanted this in the hands of those who truly need it. So for the people watching this video, it is $39. That $39 replaces the $7,000 machine, and it includes 4 powerful bonuses like the Genius Child Track and guided visualizations, all backed by a 100% money-back guarantee. If you do not feel the shift, you lose absolutely nothing. But you must listen carefully. There are counterfeit versions and fake tracks floating around on YouTube and Spotify claiming to be the Genius Song. They do not have the real entrainment technology embedded. They are just empty noise. The only way to get the true God-given gamma activation is through the specific link I have placed in the description and the pinned comment of this video. Every day you wait is a day gamma sleeps. Every day you hesitate is a day you live beneath the profound magical potential you were created to walk in. I hear the Father saying, reclaim what was yours from the beginning. Don't say amen yet. I am about to seal this over your life in a way you will never forget. Take a real breath. The hardest part of the journey is over. As your frequency shifts and your God-given gamma reactivates, something painful but necessary will happen. You will outgrow people. And with that growth, often comes a heavy, suffocating guilt. You feel guilty for pulling away. You feel bad for not being as available as you used to be. But you must understand that protecting your energy is not a betrayal of others. You are allowed to outgrow people. You are allowed to outgrow places. You are allowed to outgrow old versions of yourself. You are allowed to protect your gamma. And you do not owe anyone an apology for becoming exactly who you were always intended to be. Right now, wherever you are, you do not need to move. Just close your eyes if it is safe to do so. In your mind, I want you to imagine standing in a vast, silent hall of mirrors. But instead of reflecting your past mistakes or your current isolation, every single mirror reflects the version of you that has already won, the version of you that is fully awakened and walking in divine purpose. Look at that version of yourself. Feel the weight of that peace settle deeply into your bones. Notice the shift in the room right now. Type I release in the comments to let go of the guilt of growing. Creator, we thank you for the wilderness. We thank you for the isolation that served as insulation to protect this frequency. Father, you see every unseen tear cried in the dark. You see the heavy questions held when no one else understood the silence. We acknowledge the weight that was carried. And now we release the old story. We release the old ceiling. We release the wounds of rejection. We release the comparison. We release the heavy burden of isolation. I call forth the truth carrier identity inside of you. I activate the divine connections and the right relationships that are waiting to match your new frequency. I ask for a guard to be placed over what is being built in you, protecting it from premature exposure and self-sabotage. Say this in your spirit right now. I am walking in my God-given authority. It is done. It is sealed. We receive it. The Father says, you are marked, you are sealed, you are mine. Do not say amen yet. I want you to sit in this frequency for 60 seconds. Let the weight of this truth settle into your soul. One more thing. You are not the same person who pressed play on this message. Type, I am ready, with the force of a lion to declare your new reality. If this message brought clarity to your confusion, let your like be your amen without words. Stay connected to this space for continued revelation in your new season. For those who feel called to the 7-minute Genius Song protocol I mentioned earlier, the link is in the description and pinned below. Only investigate if your spirit feels led. If someone came to mind while you were listening, someone who has been pulled away from everyone, someone who is unusually quiet lately, someone struggling to explain what they are going through, share this with them. This might be the exact confirmation they have been praying for. May the deep peace of the universe surround you. You are not leaving a video today, you are leaving a season.